Back in May, we were following a handful of batters that were on pace to reach 50 and even 60 plus home runs. Today, we're going to revisit that list and also take a look at some newcomers where we see a potential of an epic season with multiple batters heading for 50 or even 60 plus home runs.
You play ball like a girl!
Yeah, this is baseball. You gotta stop thinking.
What up, Base Boos? It is Ghosty here. And, yeah, if you're new to the channel, sorry you found me. Sorry. But, hey, hit that little subscribe button, perhaps the like button. Dislike also works, too. And as well as a notification button so you are not missing out anytime we drop something here on Baseboo. Once again, my name is Ghosty. Today we are going to talk about a handful of hitters that are on their way for an epic season. Again, as we told you at the beginning, we did a home run race that we were starting back in May. You can check out that video. It's in the playlist, or we're going to pop that link right in the comment section. We'll even pin it so you can check out the oldest video so you can look at things from tit for tat. Well, here we go. Let's talk about what we visited in that video. In that video, we were very young into the season, but hitters were getting off to an epic start. Or I would actually go with historical start. Batters such as Murakami of the White Sox. At that time of the recording, he had 15 home runs and was on his pace to hit 60 plus home runs. As considered a rookie into the major leagues, he did have some Japan baseball experience. It carried over well here into the United States, as we saw. He's currently on the injured list. So the home runs are at a stall, but he's still up there with the 20 home runs. Aaron Judge is another one that we visited, and during that time, he had 15 home runs as well. Since that recording, he's only had 2 home runs. He now sits on the IL with an indefinite time frame. Originally, it was supposed to be 4 to 6 weeks, but God only knows at this point on how long he's going to be out for. Kyle Schwarber, Yordan Alvarez, and Matt Olson were also the other ones we covered in that video. The good thing is, they're not on the IL. We're going to talk more about them here later on in this video, but all 3 of them at that time was tied at 13. Schwarber has lit off like a firestorm, currently at 29 home runs, but we're going to talk about that here in just in a moment. So, we got some new names up in the list, and we're going to dig up into this right now. So as we mentioned, we have some new names that have popped up into these categories. We're only going to visit 5 players here today. Some of them will be repeats of the last list that we came out with. Keep in mind, if players such as Murakami come off from the IL, still sitting with 20 home runs, he does have time to get back into this race. So without further ado, we have a new name into the list at number 5 right now. Colorado Rockies catcher Hunter Goodman, sitting in at 21 home runs. Yes, he does play at Coors Field, so there is some favor there due to the elevation. After hitting 31 long balls last season, Hunter Goodman is at 21 thus far this season, and we are close to the halfway point. He's batting .243 with an on-base percentage of .311 and an OPS of an .826 at the time of this recording. Goodwin's power is legit. He is only 26 years old. What we thought was going to be a breakout last season, it appears this season is going to break out even further. And again, he's only 26 years old. So if he's on this kind of pace, expect during his 27, 28, 29, and even 30th season, these home run totals, as long as he stays healthy, is going to be epic, especially at the catcher position. Sorry, Cal Raleigh, this dude might catch up to ya. As of right now, as long as he keeps up this pace, Goodman is on pace to hit between 45 and 50 home runs this season. Now, keep in mind, if he goes through a very hot stretch, that could easily eclipse 50 home runs in a 162-game season. He's already played 73 so far this season, so it is very quite possible. And like Goodman, we have Mr. Ben Rice of the New York Yankees coming in number 4. Like Goodman, we could have looked at last season and said, wow, what a breakout season. No, Ben Rice, this could be his breakout season. Last season, he capped out with 26 home runs. This season, he already has 22 home runs. So if he stays healthy, he is on an epic pace. As of right now, like Goodman, he stands to hit about 45 to 50 home runs this upcoming season. Though he does have more home runs currently than Goodman. Keep in mind, Goodman does play in Colorado, so those home runs are going to be elevated a little bit. But Ben Rice, I easily still forecast 50 to 55 home runs for him, especially if he goes on another hot tear and doesn't cool off the second half either. So far this season, everything is up across the board for Ben Rice. His numbers stand at 22 home runs, 53 RBIs. He's got a batting average of a 288 compared to a 255 that he had last season. His on-base percentage is a 383, slugging 607 with an OPS of a stellar 989. So this guy is getting the job done for the New York Yankees. And now coming in tied at number 3, Mr. Healthy for once, Byron Buxton of the Minnesota Twins. We've always known Buxton's power is legit. The problem is the boy could just never stay healthy. His healthiest season, he played 140 games, which was dating all the way back to 2017. Last season, he played 126 games while knocking out 35 home runs. This season, though, Byron does have 68 games underneath his belt. He's got 25 home runs. RBIs are on the low end with 41. Batting average of a 275. On-base percentage, 333. Slugging at a 596. And with a stellar OPP. Do you know OPP? Yeah, you know me. Okay, now I got it. OBP OPS. Jesus Christ. Stutter and Stan, can you get it out? I'm a 930. God, man. Buxton is on pace to hit between 50 and 55 home runs. But as long, and this is if, he can stay healthy for the whole entire season, 60 home runs is not out of the question with the pace that he is on. And coming number 2 into this position, we have Mr. Yordan Alvarez. The Houston Astros are having a down of a season. However, they're not too far back from 500. So, being in a weak AL, they can quickly turn things around. In fact, we just saw this happen a few seasons ago. As for Alvarez, though, he's having one hell of a season. A season to stand out above his others. And going across the line right now, in 79 games, he has a 3.8 WAR already, 25 home runs, 56 RBIs. He's leading the league in hits with 92. American League, he's leading with home runs. I should have said this prior to, but at 25 home runs. Slugging, leading at 639. Leading in OPS of a 1.070. OPS plus at a 194 leading. With a batting average of a 323 and an on-base percentage of a 431. For those that do watch this channel, I have been producing quite a few shorts on Yordan Alvarez, and if he keeps up this pace, even with a little tap of a hot streak or somebody cooling off, he could be potentially our very first Triple Crown player since 2012 when Miguel Cabrera reached that feat. Alvarez, like Buxton, is on pace to hit between 50 and 55 home runs. I have more faith, though, in Yordan clipping 55 plus towards the end of the season, as long as he can stay healthy. We know he was down last year, but he's making up for it this season. And 60 plus home runs, as of right now, is not without a question to me. And now, we come up with the big gun. He was on our list, just like Yordan was back in May. And since then, he had 13 home runs, and now he's sitting league leading 29 home runs. Without further ado, Mr. Kyle Schwarber himself. In 2025, Schwarber had what we would have called a breakout season, even though he's had plenty of those. But he set some milestones for him with hitting 56 home runs and 132 RBIs. Guess what? Guess what? He is on pace to surpass that this upcoming season. At the age of 33 years old, he is aging like fine wine. I personally feel he's going to be one of those hitters that's going to be in his mid to late 30s and still hitting balls out of the ballpark like nothing. So far this season, though, Schwarber, he's got 29 home runs. Yeah, 29. We're not even at the All-Star break yet. 29 home runs. He has 52 RBIs. He is leading the league, though, in strikeouts with 115. That is one of his biggest downfalls, but he produces elsewhere. He does have a batting average of a 252. He is an on-base machine with an on-base percentage of a 365, slugging 594, and an OPS of a 959, and an OPS plus of a 156. Chicago Cubs, how are you guys feeling right now? You guys kind of feel like the Minnesota Twins, don't you? When you kind of, just decided to draw David Ortiz. You guys did the same thing to Kyle Schwarber. And look where he's at now. Shit happens, doesn't it? Schwarber did have a couple weeks where he kind of had a drought. He's picked things back up. I'm not going to suggest that he's a streaky hitter, but he does have his moments where he just tees right off and then slows down for a couple weeks and then gets right back to it and teeing off. With that being said, he definitely is on pace to hit 60-plus home runs this year. In fact, between 60 and 65. But, as I said way back in the original video, when talking about Aaron Judge and as well as Kyle Schwarber, Schwarber has the potential, with this pace, in these hot streaks, to hit 65 to perhaps 70 home runs. Now, will this fuel his bat just to get to that plateau? He's got the mindset to do it. I can't see why not. And if we were to realistically look at somebody to hit 70 home runs in the season, Schwarber would be the guy. Aaron Judge would be too. Unfortunately, Aaron Judge is not in this conversation at this point. So Kyle Schwarber, we're leaning on you. We're looking at you to hit that plateau of 70 home runs. Can he do it? Let me know in the comments. So yeah, since the original recording, we've had some injuries. We've had some new names creep up into the list. We've also had some droughts. Because at the time we were looking at batters, a good portion of them have hit 55, 60-plus home runs, while Aaron Judge was on a friggin' epic pace of hitting 70-plus home runs. Now we've come back to reality a little bit. Kyle Schwarber, he's still on that big run, though, and a few others could be on that run as well. Time will only tell, though. Barren injuries, barren slumps, we're riding the hot streaks. Let me know in the comments below, do you feel that Kyle Schwarber will hit the 60-plus plateau, or perhaps even the 70-plus plateau? And the hitters that we've also talked about, Yordan, Byron Buxton, and as well as a few others, can they clip out with the 50-plus, 60-plus home runs? We're still on this home run pace of 2026. We're not pumping the brakes on anything as of yet. So, I'd like to hear from you all and your thoughts. This is Ghost with Baseboo. Have a great one, everybody.